Greetings. It's another Wiser Future broadcast. I'm your host today, Kent Lee. My partner is not here today. He had obligation that he had to attend to today, so I'm going to attempt to go through this segment of actually offering Wiser Future service. What we're trying to do is to get with surrounding churches and surrounding businesses and try to offer advertisement for them in the podcast world. We are on all the major sites, iTunes, Buzzsprout, Google Play, Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, you name it. We are on all the major sites. So if we happen to get together on some advertisement for you or an opportunity for you to come forth and allow everyone to know what type of things that's going on within your ministry or your church, this will be a great opportunity for you. We are so affordable. The price is going to be so that you be able to do whatever you want to have done in your ministry. Unlike a billboard advertisement, as you well know, the only ones that's going to see your billboard is the one that's going to be driving by. And most of the time, it may be people that got a little bit of irate kids in the car making noise, and you can't really look up and see the billboard. That's where we're coming in again. So I believe that the podcast is the new era today. Electronics and social media, those are the big thing that's up and going now. And as I said, we are on so many sites that if you decide to come along with us, you will be seen and heard in many places, and that's going to be good for your ministry. That's as soon as my partner get back, we're gonna sit down and try to get some things together to present to anyone that has interest in our service. And at this time, I'm going to read an email address and a phone number that you can reach us at. Just leave a message or email us, and we'll get back with you just as soon as we can. And we'll proudly serve you in the magnitude of Wiser Future. And not only through Wiser Future, there's also another service that can be also rendered to you, and it's another branch of WOT Ministry, Word of Truth Ministry, and it is called Kingdom Workforce. Kingdom Workforce is backed by Mrs. Dr. Barbara Lee. I try to get all those titles in there because it makes a difference. But anyway, Dr. Lee will render her services to you in preparing your people in your church and help prepare your leaders in your church to just plain and simple understand what their duties are, what their tasks are to carry out in the church, and to spread it abroad. So we hope that some of these services that we're offering that you will actually take advantage of, and you will be glad that you did, because your church will understand more fully on how to operate within the church. Amen. And that's going to be very good. So as we get all this together, as we said, at the particular time, I don't have Kingdom Workforce's email address or number, but you can also just do it through us, and we can relate the message to Dr. Lee on this, and she would be glad to get back with you and to set up some type of arrangements that she can come in and render that service to you. I'm telling you, I have been a witness of the things that she has been doing through Kingdom Workforce, and it just has been awesome. I mean, oh wow, she just had a graduating class that she had where a lot of people came in and kind of sort of jumped on the bandwagon with her, and they're now certified mentorees. That is how you say it. Forgive my country accent or my ability to pronounce the word correctly, but nevertheless, they are qualified and certified to be able to mentor. So those are just a few of the services that we are offering here through WOT Ministry, Wiser Future Broadcast, and Kingdom Workforce Mentorship in Small Business Entrepreneurship. So, hey, I mean, it's a time to gather things and just move forward. We can't continue to go into the routes or into the things that we've done last year, because if we doing the same things, if we don't get any results, it's time to make a change. And believe it or not, God is sending people throughout the land now with valuable information that can help us get to that next level. And so happen, we are some of those that has been chosen. And don't kick up against who God has chose to help you, as long as you get help. That's the key. But as I said, this is kind of strange for me, even doing this today, just to advertise what we're doing. I'm so used to having Lamar with me that I just feel strange without having him here, because he fills in good. I mean, he is one of the best, and not only can we render you service through that, he has also the business of creating websites and web pages, and oh man, I mean, you name it, Lamar can do it, and he does photography, and he does an outstanding job. I'm telling you, the services are here for you if you want to get to that next level within your church. As I stated, billboard advertisement is fine, but only elite few is going to see that billboard as they ride by. But with Word of Truth and Kingdom Workforce and Wiser Future, we will help get you on the map. All we asking for is an opportunity to serve you. And as I stated, we're not trying to break the bank with you by offering these advertisements. We're going to have some plans that we're going to sit down and talk about and render to you, and you have the opportunity and the luxury to choose one of the plans, and whenever you do, we're gonna do our best to service you and make sure that you will have the service that you are looking for in order to get your church or your ministry or your business on the map. Amen. We definitely want to do that. And as I stated, I'm gonna leave a little bit of information with you so that you can kind of sort of, as the young folks say, give us a holler, and we'll get back with you and see what we can do to make things happen for you. But for the meantime, it's this Wiser Future email address is wiserfuture@wotoutreachministry.com. Again, it's wiserfuture@wotoutreachministry.com. Okay, so just send us an email, and we'd be glad to get back with you and to render any service that that we can actually help with. And any ideas that you have, anything that you have for a service that you want it broadcasted, I mean, because nowadays that's pretty much what everybody is doing. They're watching YouTube to see what's going on into the church world or the business world, or they're looking at Facebook to see what's going on in the church world or the business world. And not only that, most folks now are just listening to audio podcasts. And that's I mean, it's one of those things like you whistle while you work. In other words, you can just put those little earbuds in your ear or whatever you want to call them, and just listen to those podcasts, and your church people can listen and just keep up with what's going on with you. And as I was stating, even in the Apple version, the Apple iPhone, the Apple iPad, iPod, whatever you want to call them, you can go on the iTunes app that's on those phones that Apple puts on them from the factory, and you can pull up Wiser Future, and you can hear us anytime you want. And anyone that we do service for, you can hear them anytime you want. And not only that, as I said, you can go to Spotify, and you can listen to us there along with your favorite recording artists. So there's a way that things are just getting out there now. The Bible tells us to go ye therefore and to teach the nation. And this is one way that you can teach them, is get yourself out there, because Facebook, YouTube is in so many countries, it's not even funny. So they ain't no excuse why we can't get our words out there, or the church words, or whatever we decide to do. There's no reason why we can't get all of that out there now, because the means has been sent out there for us. God has made a way that we can be in Cuba tomorrow, but yet still sitting in America. I mean, how about progress? I mean, that's good. That's very good. But anyway, I wanted to give those email address back to you again, along with the phone number that you can call. Just leave a message on the voicemail, and we'll get back with you. Again, it's Wiser Future at WOTOutreachministry.com. Wiser Future at WOTOutreachministry.com. And that phone number to call is area code 252-633-4026. Again, that's 252-633-4026. That will get us in any of those services that we actually announced earlier. Kingdom Workforce, Wiser Future Broadcast, and WOT Outreach Ministry. We are here to serve and we're here to help. It's all of our jobs to make sure that the word get out into the land. So this is one of the ways that God has envisioned within us to make sure that it get there. Okay. And not only do we have this studio here that we can get you in and set you down and interview you, or you do what you feel like you need to do to get it out there, we can do that. And also, Lamar and I is looking to go mobile. We're going to have us a mobile setup where we can go to your church and sit in the privacy of your office, and we can do your podcast and your interview, and you can actually get yourself out there. So the service is out there. So we asking you to give us a call or email us at any point in time if you desire our services, and we'd be more than happy to come in and do so. And like I was saying, you'll find out that we are very, very reasonable when it comes to pay compensation on what we do. We're not trying to break the bank, but nevertheless, don't get me wrong, all that we do here is not free. It costs us, and we're just trying to make sure that we can render you a good service and keep our equipment and everything that's needed for this process up to date, so that we can do it without any flaws. And God knows that's exactly what we're about. We're about no flaws. So give us that call and give us that email address, and hey, we'll come in to you as soon as we can. I appreciate your time for listening to this, and nevertheless, when my partner come back, which I wish he was here today, he can help me out, we'll definitely let you know what we up to. And at any given time that you're on iTunes, Spotify, Buzzsprout, SoundCloud, and for your Android users, Google Play, you can get us. Anytime that you got time to, give or waste or whatever, just tune us in. All you got to do is go into the search bars on any of these sites and just type in Wiser Future, and it'll come up. You'll see Wiser Future logo, and at some point you'll see a picture of Lamar and me, and you got us. And just listen to us and see what's going on. Not only will we be covering church issues, we also going to be covering personal issues, like in the past we've already done one on credit or handling your obligation, and we also talked about why kids don't listen to their parents, and when they don't listen to their parents, they fall down avenues that they wouldn't normally fall down if they would just listen to that sound information that was given to them. There are more subjects and topics that we are coming up with in the near future, as I was stating, as soon as Lamar and I can get down and talk about it, or as soon as Dr. Lee decided that she wanted to do something, because she's just a bigger part of Wiser Future Podcast than we are. So we're going to get together, and for some of you that have topics that is dear to you and you don't really understand some things, feel free to send it in to us, and we'll be glad to talk with you on the air, cause that's what we're about. Our title serves it up. Wiser Future. We want to make sure that you're wiser. The Bible says that my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So we're trying to make sure that you have all that knowledge that you need in order to get to that next step. And not only that, we will be having guests to come in. Like not long ago, we had an interview with Dr. Lee, and also we had an interview with Apostle Jimmy Fredericks. I'm telling you, those were two good sessions that we had. Very, 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 very powerful. Apostle Fredericks. Like I told him, I said, I respect his title, and I don't really get all into titles, but hey, that brother, I'm telling you, he is a very anointed man of God, and he can bring that word to you. Not only bring it, but he can also revelate that thing, and I'm just so pleased to have him to come in and do various shows with us. And Dr. Lee, what can I say about her? She is a phenomenal woman. She is definitely diverse in so many subjects, in so many areas that, so hard to shake a stick at. I mean, she is really knowledgeable in a lot of things, and not only is she operating in the spiritual realm, but she is also into the business market, where she's trying to get businesses up and going and to realize their potential. Not only the leaders of the business, but the people that work within the business. Let them know what they can bring to the table and what kind of attitude to bring. I mean, it's just wow, man, what God is really birthing within this particular ministry. And I just really thank God for being just a part of it. Word of truth will never die. We're always going to be here. We always going to be here and be about service. So just know that, we may not be in Sampson County, Newton Grove, or Clinton, whatever you want to consider we live, but we still live and remote. We still going to be out there doing all the things that God has called us to do. So this is one of those things, and don't feel like someone is here to just try to break you up or whatever. We're just here to give a service. And one thing I do know, the Bible says it is more blessed to give than receive. So if we will do a service for you and you enjoy the service and appreciate the service that we're rendering to you, then I don't see no reason why we can't be partners and could continue to keep this thing going. Those that be exposed are the ones going to be recognized. And when you recognize, then people can come and actually see what it's all about. Because my main goal is to make sure that people, say get out of those dormant churches that's not doing anything and get into a church that's up and going. I mean, the word is powerful and sharp. That is our goal. But as I was stating, y'all go to some of those sites that I named out earlier and listen to Dr. Lee and Apostle Fredericks, and you will see some of the things that's on our site to be offering to people. I mean, and that's just a tip of the iceberg. We haven't really even gotten down into it yet. I've already told Apostle Fredericks, next time he come, he can get live and remote. And I'm telling y'all, it's going to be a treat. Anytime you just take the time to listen to what God will say through this brother, and you'll find out that it's going to be good for you to miss a church Sunday at your church and go over to him. And I think I might be wrong, but I think it might be Madison Street in Goldsboro, off in Ash. But I'm telling you, this brother is off the hook. And not only him, we're going to have various other people to come in and to shed light on other subjects that you might not be aware of. I'm talking like safety things, health things, even down to your responsibility of the owner of your car and someone riding around with you in your car and mess up, who's liable. We're gonna learn some things. It's time that we get educated on the things that we face every day, because we are failing because of lack of knowledge. And this is one of the things that WOT Ministry, Kingdom Workforce, and Wiser Future Podcast wants to do, is get you educated on so many things. And not only that, we're going to break it down a little bit, because hey, nothing wrong with just having a good time and fun with some things. So we're going to have some broadcast that's going to be about sports. I mean, various things, basketball, football. I mean, we're going to get down and do some of those things. And man, I mean, it's going to be good. But anyway, the service is going to be offered to you. And if you see that you need this type of service to get yourself out there, then call on us, and we're going to try to make this happen for you. And like I was saying, we're going to be mobile. So if you prepare us to come and do it in the privacy of your church or wherever you decide you want it, just let us know and we'll make it happen. And like I said, as far as the fees and all that we will be doing this with is not gonna break the bank. I mean, because anything that's worth having is worth investing in. So keep that in mind. So whenever you get the time to call on us, just call on us. And again, as I depart, I will leave the email address with you again. It's wiserfuture@wotoutreachministry.com. That's wiserfuture@wotoutreachministry.com. Phone number again to call is 252-633-4026. And we will be glad to get back with you as soon as time permits. And hopefully that was going to be on a pretty fast, quick basis, because the Bible said we have to redeem the time for the days of evil. So we got to kind of sort of get out there and do that work now. The Bible said work while it's day, because when it's night, no man can work. So as long as you got breath in you, it's time to get out there and do, and draw some of those people that you know that might not know what's in your church or in your ministry, and be happy to come and be a part of it. And then when they come, you can show them exactly what God has been doing in you all of this time, and let them see exactly what they've been missing. Again, this is Kent Lee, Wiser Future Broadcast, and we out. Hoping to hear from you soon. Be blessed.